Hello, it is Sunday, July 13th, 2025. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Sunday crossword today, which means we've got a big themed puzzle and we've got some intriguing instructions today. So I'm curious to dive into this, see what the theme's all about, see what these apparent 8 bonus clues are about. We'll find out soon enough. It's called Tunnel Vision. And today's very intriguing and detailed edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Overfull Hitbox, Jake Rodkin, and, as always, the indomitable Showmaster and the indefinable Charlie Paget. Thank you so much to the 4 of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for their generous support. They, of course, sustain this channel. They keep it going day by day, and I'm very grateful to them for that. Thank you so much to those benefactors and to everybody who supports the channel via the Patreon campaign. If you'd like to join them, you can head to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link where you'll find bonus videos available to patrons. And for benefactors like those I've just mentioned, there's of course the Let's Check the Crosses official mug. Thanks again to everybody who supports the channel in that way. All right, let's get on to Tunnel Vision. I want to see what this is all about. It's a puzzle by Brandon Copy, who's constructed a couple of dozen puzzles for the New York Times. It was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. And we've got some instructions, which I'll read. I guess I'll read them right now. So it says, this puzzle comes with 8 bonus clues. Find their answers to reveal an apt alternative for traversing the grid. Interesting. 1. Show how it's done. So bonus clues, find their answers. So what does that mean? Does that mean, are there going to be unclued spaces, or are there going to be maybe answers that run kind of diagonally or something through the grid in ways that aren't, that can't have traditional clues associated? I don't know. 2, Furley's composer. That's Beethoven, of course. 3, they can help with conflict resolution. 4, spy device in old cereal boxes. I wonder if that'll be X-ray specs or something like that. 5, bringing shame upon. 6, bass-heavy musical groups, maybe. 7, valedictorians have them. And 8, new bride, quaintly. Right, yeah, just no clue about this yet, but let's figure out what it's all about. Let's start solving. Whoa, interesting. Oh, okay. So maybe these things help us cross over this hard border running down through the middle of the grid, which is very unusual because it means that, at least by way of the ordinary clued answers, the puzzle is not completely interconnected, which would usually be against the rules. And what's interesting is that it looks like it sort of should be symmetrical about a vertical axis, but it's actually still rotationally symmetrical, in the sense that if you rotated the grid 180 degrees, the black cells would remain in their same positions. Okay, this is very intriguing. Let's get going. Cry from a guard tower. Halt, maybe? You want to demand who it is who's approaching. With 114 down, some neighborhood bars, or what connect 8 pairs of answers in this puzzle? Right, so we've already had a reference to the theme. Some neighborhood bars. I don't know. I feel like I should be able to get oh, right, it's compound glue. I'm not sure, though. Great Plains Tribe. Oto, maybe? Shopped at a farmer's market, say. 8 local? Yeah. Concern for a web game developer. Lag something? I don't know. I'm not sure what we're looking for here. Guiding principle. A tenet. Tenet of faith or something like that. Great Plains Tribe probably is Oto. Not marbled, say, so lean meat would be less marbled, less fat running through it. Concern for a web game developer. Oh, load time, probably. Time to literally load the data via the internet. Here in Paris would be ici, that's simply here in French. And, holes in the wall. Right, okay. So holes in the wall we will somehow create in this grid to connect 8 pairs of answers. And we have 8 of these bonus clues. So maybe those are running across where the ostensible holes in the wall are. That must be how this works. Okay, so holes in the wall. I was going to start crossing those, but let's stick with this for now. They have seniority. Elders would have that. Under on a score, sotto, which is, also just from the Italian for under. Strung rungs. Strung rungs. I don't know what we're looking for there. Oh, rope ladders? Or rope ladder. One ladder could have many rungs. Yeah, that's probably right. Alternative fuel source. Peat, maybe? Is that right? Seems like it might be right. Seems like it would be right. Gloss over linguistically. To elide certain letters or syllables or something, you'd gloss over them in speech. Wicked protagonist. This is so funny. I watched about the first 10 minutes of Wicked last night, which was my first ever exposure to anything Wicked related. Did not see the whole film, but Elphaba is the name of that character. What an amazing coincidence. Likely place for a hot in that first 10 minutes. It was someone else who was watching, and it wasn't, which is why I only saw 10 minutes of it. But there was an amazing thing that happened right at the beginning of the film, which is that the film starts with a kind of fly-through of Oz, I guess. Well, not I guess. It is obviously Oz. And as you sort of, from a first-person perspective in the camera, fly through this environment, the sun, there are like two suns, and something went. Either there was an intentional inconsistency just for sort of visual purposes, or an amazing mistake was made. But the position of the sun completely changes over the course of that introductory sequence, where it sort of starts off and everything is being lit from the right side of the screen. But then as the camera crests over a hill, you can see the sun directly in front, shining through the clouds. And it's very odd. It's an incredibly odd thing. It doesn't feel like it's supposed. I don't think they're meant to be sort of two suns in Oz or anything like that. So anyway, that's my full exposure to Wicked. Is I know the name of this character now, and something went wrong with the computer generated fly through there. Anyway, likely place for a hot mic. You might have a hot mic on your lapel. Leave be. To leave something be would be to let it lie. And then the old you, question mark. Oh, thee or thou. I guess that would depend on specific usage and context. I'm not sure which in this case it is. Monk known as the father of English history. Oh, the Venerable Bede? Saint Bede? I mean, Bede will certainly be the answer here. Who I would refer to as the Venerable Bede is how he's often referred. But Saint Bede, maybe. Let's see. The old you, so yeah, that would be the. Okay, so that is correct. And then with 18 down, classic 1967 song by a group whose name is a hint to solving the 8 bonus clues. Oh, right, interesting. C note, right, yeah, so we've seen the note. And then, right, that just says C68 down. Okay. Rollover Beethoven or something like that? I don't know. I'm trying to think because the only one of these clues whose answer is sort of immediately very obvious to me, because there's only one possibility, is Beethoven, but I don't, yeah, interesting. Okay. Pollywog. What is this? I know this word. What is a pollywog? I don't know. Looked high and low in. Searched. It seems too obvious. What is it? Scoured. If you looked high and low in a room, you scoured the room. Gave a hoot. You cared. Flattering lines. The official poetic form of the New York Times crossword. The ode, which might flatter its subject. Pollywog. Oh, tadpole. There we go. Yes, that is what that is. Okay, good. I've not heard or thought about that word in a very, very long time. Okay, lets you move north. Up. I'm not sure what we're looking for there. Big name in streaming. Roku is a streaming box that you can connect to your television. North Carolina University. Oh, I think there's an Elon University. Could this be that? Is that in North Carolina? Let's see. Fruit-shaped candies. Not sure. I'm not sure this is right. I'm not going to put it in until I know. Significant start. Is it a prefix that comes before significant? I'm not sure. Okay. Break or breakfast. Classic 1967 song. Break. What was this again? It lets you move north. It's surely going to be an A. But what's the answer? I don't know. Fruit-shaped candies probably ends with an S. Letter-shaped opening. A something slot, maybe? Some letter and then slot. Lip gloss wrapper, 2007. I'm not sure. Stealthy aquatic hunter. Thanks for explaining. Yeah, I'm not sure about any of those. Okay, subject for John Maynard Keynes. Well, he was extremely influential economist. Atlantic food fish, cod. Oh, an up arrow, I guess, lets you move north. Okay, so maybe in a game or something with a map in which up is north. That could be it. Thanks for explaining. Now I get it. There we go. Just how I feel about this answer. Gossip about. To dish on, I suppose. One of 12 for Jacob. 12 sons, perhaps? Is that right? I'm not actually sure, but that seems plausible. Let's see. See if that's okay. Go try. I'm not confident that's right. Wide rift, a chasm. So see if that's okay. I'm not sure. Windy City Commuting Organization. Sorry, probably is it CTA, the Chicago Transit Authority? I think that's right. Chicago is the Windy City, and the Chicago Transit Authority is, runs the public transport, as far as I'm aware. Puccini opera set in Rome, Tosca. Oh, go ask. See if that's okay in the sense that see if you're allowed. Go ask. Ancient symbols of life, for instance, an ancient Egyptian society would be Ankhs. So then post-grad degrees are MAs, Masters of Arts. And then a good person is a mensch. Stealthy aquatic hunter is a moray eel. Yeah, that works. Goddess of the rainbow, Iris. Google action would be search. I think that's probably right. Lip gloss wrapper. What about this? Reason for a successful steal. Maybe. Could be steal as in theft. It could be stealing in, I don't know, baseball. What else could it be? Not sure. Black dialect in brief. What is this? African American something English. What is this? Is it AAME? What is this? AAV, vernacular English. That's what I'm looking for. AAVE, there we go. African American Vernacular English, linguistics term. And then bird-like is avian. Okay, some MLB highlights are RBIs. I don't know. That's the baseball stat that I know from the crossword. Let's see. Just not done. Oh, maybe it is that. Because taboo. Oh, okay, so yeah, maybe RBI happens and you show it on a highlight reel. I guess that must be right. Beau geste. Here we go, like a grand gesture. And then puffin or blazer. Oh, sorry, not puffin. Puffer or blazer would be a coat. And then smooth with a whetstone would be to hone a blade, for instance. Which you'd smooth with a whetstone. And then reason for a successful steal, maybe. Oh. Base tag. Reason For a successful steal. Late tag. I see. Right. So it is in baseball. So, you successfully stole the base by getting there before you were managed to be tagged. So that's it. Okay. So lip gloss rapper. Oh, Lil someone, but I still don't know. Eeyore-esque. So this is the character from Winnie the Pooh. Eeyore is what? He's grumpy, maybe? That would fit in here. I'm not sure. There might be other possibilities, but let's try it. Grab bag. Miscellaneous, but there's no indication of abbreviation. Hosting site with a gallery of memes. I have no idea what that's about. Jersey Boys, question mark. Does it mean Jersey cows, maybe? Does it mean people literally from Jersey or from New Jersey? I'm assuming it doesn't mean New Jersey because that would be the sort of obvious answer in this context, but there's a question mark, which makes me think, well, probably not that. The island of Jersey? I don't know what that would be referring to here. Soft palate appendages. Oh, interesting. And it doesn't end with an S, so maybe it ends in an AE. But I don't know what the answer is. Group in charge. The elite is not long enough. Not sure. Wet bar, question mark. I don't know. Okay. Significant start. Okay, I'm kind of running out of ideas here, which is dangerous because, I guess maybe eventually I'll figure out the song, and that'll help me. If I get help over there. Don't know. Maybe we could try. Takes orders at a restaurant. Waits. Serves. Serves is too long, obviously. Fictional land on Game of Thrones. Oof. Never actually seen Game of Thrones. I've probably heard of this, but I don't know it off the top of my head. They might leave you in stitches for short. Surgeons? Doctors? I'm not sure what we're looking for, sorry. Got going. If one got going, one wedding exchange. I do, so that's probably it. Okay, so here's the song. Yeah, I don't know yet. Deep split. Sever. I don't know. They might leave you in stitches for short. Probably ends with an S. Falls through the cracks, say. Slips, maybe? I'm not confident that's correct. Relieve. Bottom. No, I don't think that's right. Gift in the 2000 movie The Gift. I've never seen this. Is it ESP? I'm saying that despite not being very confident Slips is right, but it seems like, you've got a gift. Often people mean extrasensory perception. So it could be, that could be completely wrong. This answer could be infuriating to people who've actually seen that film. Maybe it has nothing to do with this, but let's see. Deep split. I don't know. Yoga sounds. Ohms, maybe? Chant? Deep split. Oh, schism or... schism. Schism. Which I recently learned is only recently, pronounced schism. I think for most of the history of English pronunciation, until into the lifetimes of, older people who are still alive now, it would have pronounced schism, I believe. Which is fascinating because I've really predominantly heard it pronounced schism, which is how I would say it. Anyway, relieve. Is this right? I think slips might still be wrong. Fall through the cracks, say. They might leave... Oh, docs. Some kind of docs. OR docs, operating room docs. Relieve. I guess it could be ER docs as well, emergency room docs. Could it be anything else? Are there other kind of doctors it could be? Is it definitely an R? I guess I don't know that it is. Now that I can think of two things it might be, there might be more than that. So maybe I won't put that in, but docs seems reasonable. C68 down. Still not sure. Relieve. Soothe, as in pain. Bottom. I don't know. Oh, seeps. It falls through the cracks. It seeps through. Keister? No, doesn't even fit. Bottom. What is this? I don't know. Got going. I mean, if this were an R, if you got someone going, you aroused them, that could be right. So what's the, oh, tushy, I guess? Your bottom, your tushy. So so break. Oh, break on through to the other side. It's the doors. That makes sense. Oh, this is not grumpy then? Okay, fine, good to know. Break on through to the other side, and that's funny, the doors, because that's very clever. We're putting doors into the wall here. So what did this say again? Whose name is a hint to solving the 8 bonus clues. Right. Okay. Yeah. Good. All right. So we're gonna have to find our 8 doors. I wonder if they're in order. Presumably they are because they're numbered. Show how it's done. Charlie's composer. So they're presumably, I mean, I don't know this because they could be arranged in a different way, but we may well have 2 of these per sort of section here. So does that mean, do 5 and 6 look like they might be in here? So bringing shame upon, yes, dishonoring. Is this going to be ring? Yes, a champion's memento is a ring. So dishonoring. I wonder if they're all going to be O's because that's kind of a portal through which you could go. So dishonoring is 5. So bass heavy musical groups maybe. Is that going to be here? I don't know. I can't tell. Yeah, not sure. What about valedictorians have them? Maybe. I'm not, so in this case, they use the full answers on either side. I'm not sure if I should assume they all do or not. They might not all do that. This looks like it's the beginning of something to me. This would be, in theory anyway, this would be bass heavy musical groups maybe? I don't know. Okay. Man's name that sounds like 2 consonants. Arnie? No, it doesn't work. RT? Yeah, RT. Let's try that. Some luxury bags. Not sure, but maybe it ends with an S. 1962 Paul Anka hit with the lyric "Kiss Me Mucho." Oh, I'm sure I know this, but I can't think what it is. Collectors Organization. No idea about that one. Oh, the IRS, tax collectors? Some luxury bags. Consequently, and so. A picture is worth 1,000 words, e.g. That would be an adage. Okay, breakfast brand with a thick and fluffy variety. Interesting. That must be Eggo. I'm not aware of the thick and fluffy variety of Eggo frozen waffles, but it must be the case. Okay, some luxury bags. Oh, Dior's. Dior, okay. I don't think of Dior doing bags, but they must do. I guess that makes sense. Why wouldn't they? So, choreograph or choreograph. I mean, it's obviously playing on choreograph, but it looks like it's sort of choreograph. Yes, it is choreograph because it's a to-do list. So you've got a sort of graph of chores to do, a to-do list. Use for sleeping, say you lie on something. And classic detergent brand, I don't know. Traded for cash. You traded something for cash. I don't know. as an answer, consequently, or not sure. Blank noche, tonight in Tijuana. Esta noche? Is that right? I'm not sure. Mulligans, redos. Hold a grudge against someone. You resent them? Yeah. Yeah, this seems reasonable. Traded for cash as an answer. Classic detergent brand. Something about rinse. Rinso? I can imagine that being a detergent brand. I have no idea if that's right. It's not familiar to me. Traded for cash. In kind? I don't think that's right. Oops. Paul Anka. I don't really know Paul Anka well, to be honest. Kiss me mucho. I don't know. Oh, eso beso, maybe? I mean, beso would be kiss. Could that be right? Stop being buds. Bloom, like flowers bloom. They're no longer flower buds. I'm not sure. State bird of Minnesota. No idea. I don't know. In 4 letters, the loon. I don't know. Yeah, that would work with rinso. I kind of want that to be right at this point. As an answer, could this be an N? In response, yeah. Okay, you gave it as an answer, you gave it in response. Traded for cash. In pawn? Is that, use that phrase that way, maybe? Let's try rinso. I want that to be right. Loon. Stop being buds. Blossom. There we go. There we go. Sort of on the right track, but I didn't have it quite right. Okay. Unstable noble gas. Argon or xenon or something. Unstable noble gas. Bonnie with 13 Grammys. Bonnie Raitt? Is that? She might have 13 Grammys. Let's see. Radon? Beaming. If you're beaming, you're a beam. You're what? You're, don't know. Seemingly forever. Ages. Beaming. A glow. There we go. That's what I was trying to land on. Litigious threat. I'll sue. Someone's threatening you. AC blank GM subsidiary. I don't know. AC Dell. Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell to me. It's a car make, presumably, but I don't know. Still looming, say. To, like some bobsleighs. 2-man bobsleighs, I guess. Delco, Delgo, Del, AC. How do I not have any recognition of this? I don't know. It doesn't ring any bells. Thurman, who played the bride in Kill Bill, Uma Thurman. And we've all been there, you might say. So then, still looming. Oh, it's to come. So AC Delco. Yeah, I don't recognize that, I don't think. Okay, well, fair enough. Roar is... Oh, to bellow is to roar. And some saxes could be alto saxophones, the instrument. French composer Eric Satie started broadcasting, went live. Daughter on Bob's Burgers. Tina, I have seen Bob's Burgers. I've seen quite a lot of it, in fact. It's very good. Shape that becomes a name if you switch the 2nd and 4th letters. Oval becomes Olav. Right, okay, good, there we go. For some reason, when I first looked at this, I read it as... I read 2nd and 4th, but in my brain, I somehow weirdly transposed that to 1st and 3rd. And I was trying to do that, and it couldn't make it make any sense. Very odd how that happens sometimes. Anyway, countrywide would be national. So to hawk something is to sell it. And the nth degree, there we go. And to absorb as a cost would be to eat that cost. Okay, great. So good. We've made some progress there. Oh, and I guess we have now answered this, so we can maybe make some progress here. Ich bin ein Berliner, which, would mean I'm a Berliner. Famously from John F. Kennedy, President Kennedy. Hosting site with a gallery of memes. I still don't know what this is about. Jersey boys. Okay, so none of this is helping yet. Give bad marks to tar or something? To sort of give it bad marks, literally? Yeah, I don't know if that's right. Oh, you could also mar it, though. Okay. That's actually probably better. You mar something, you give it marks in a bad way. That sounds better. Okay, Eeyore-esque. So it's not grumpy, which I didn't think it was anymore anyway, but I don't know what I do think it is. Soft palate appendages. Right, this probably still ends in an AE, I suspect. Group in charge. No. Wet bar, question mark. Shell? I don't know why that would be right. Just thinking of wet, oceanic, I don't know. Okay, grab bag. Okay, this is not helping as much as I was hoping it might. Group in charge. Some kind of game or... No, doesn't really help. Hosting site with a gallery of memes. Jersey boys. Probably ends with an S. So wet bar. Could that be shell? Is there a reason that would be shell? Wet bar. Oh no, a shoal. A shoal. That kind of bar. You know, like a sort of more like a reef or something. Okay, so there we go. Grab bag. Oh, an oleo is kind of a miscellany, you know, kind of grab bag of things. I always forget if it's old. I think it's old. No, is it an oleo? I always mix this up. Because there is oleo EO and oleo IO. And which one is this? I don't know. I think it's probably this. Let's see. Group in charge. Yes, it is, because the group in charge is the regime. There we go. Okay, so country's regime. And then Jersey boys are... I don't know what this is. That's uvulae, though. Soft palate appendages, plural of uvula. So then, does that help with this? Jersey boys. Oh, calves. Right. Okay, it is Jersey cows. That was my first thought. And they're boys. They're offspring. They're calves. Okay, great. So Eeyore-esque. Oh, gloomy. Gloomy. That's what we're looking for. That's better than grumpy. He's not really grumpy. He's gloomy. Okay. Hosting site with a gallery. Oh, right. How do you even say this? Imager, I guess, something like that. Yes, so they've got a gallery of memes, I guess. This is one of those sites where you can just upload whatever you want and then share it with someone via a link. But I guess they've got a meme gallery. Okay, North Carolina University. It does look like Elon. Let's see. Does that help with this? Fruit-shaped candies. Oh, runts? Is that something? I think what I'm picturing what I'm actually picturing is nerds, which is another candy, and they're not fruit shaped. Significant start. Oh, you made a dent. Yeah, so I've made a real dent in this task. I've made a significant start. Okay, so these must be runs. I don't know what these look like, but I think that must be correct. Okay, great, good. So we've done the bottom half of the grid. Dot in la mer, eel. So dot in the in la mer in the sea would be an island, eel. So tier would be an echelon? Yes. You know, like higher echelons would be higher tiers in a society or something. Like sperm whales among all animals. Are they the largest? Yeah, cartoonist Silverstein, Shel Silverstein, famous cartoonist and author. Dry as Spanish wine, seca for dry. Oh, this doesn't look right. Two-stringed Chinese instrument. To the other side. Echelon. Largest. Is it not largest? Oh, Seiko. I guess in theory it could be either of those, right? Depending on masculine or feminine, but I guess in the case of wine, it would be masculine, I suppose. Okay, so like sperm whales among all animals. So what is this then? Oh, longest, maybe. No, that doesn't look right. Loudest? I want this to be erhu. Is that right? Two-string Chinese instrument. Loudest? Could that possibly be true? Basketball shooters lament. I missed. Is the sperm whale the loudest animal? Is that true? Is that true? That's so interesting. Jacks and Jennies. Yeah, asses. This would be male and female, asses, donkeys. Wow. I'm really intrigued by this. That's so interesting. Like sperm whales among all animals. They're the loudest animals. Wow. That must be right. That's not, wouldn't have been and was not my first guess. Biotech crop, in brief, would be GMO, genetically modified organism. And alma mater for John Maynard Keynes would be, he must have gone to Eton, the official private school of the New York Times crossword, which here in the UK is also called a public school for reasons that make sense when you hear it explained, but make no sense when it is not explained. Certain religious pacifist. Like an anchorite or something? That would fit, but there are probably other. That's more of a sort of hermit kind of person. That's probably not right. Acknowledge silently, to nod at. So what would this be? Maybe a Mennonite? Yeah, that could be. Sort of related to Amish. I'm not quite sure ever exactly what the definitional difference between Mennonite and Amish is, but I think they're overlapping but not the same. Going wrong, I could be wrong about that. Going wrong could be erring, maybe. Downright could be utter. Still life vessels could be ewers, so, like pitchers. That might be depicted in a still life painting. So 180 would be a U-E, a U-turn, and quite a while would be years. Website feed initials, RSS, which I think stands for really simple syndication, and seems to have been phased out almost entirely from the internet at this point, unfortunately. Phrase coude en espagnol, te amo, I love you. Bygone owner of Capitol Records would be maybe EMI. Many idol worshippers, tweens, right? So people who worship teen idols, music and such. Or I guess actors and whatever. Blank Noel, Père Noël would be, sort of the Santa Claus figure in French. And then they might be padded. Tie. Something up, bind up or something. Does that help with this? They might be padded. Not sure. Chopper spinner, a rotor, like a chopper in the sense of a helicopter. And to assign a number, maybe, would be to... Oh, wow, this is taking ages. 35 minutes. I'm often done with a Sunday puzzle by then, but nope, not yet. Name that becomes a shape if you switch the second and fourth letters right. So maybe this is Olav, which becomes oval. It's funny that it highlights that, even though it's not... The other clue isn't actually referenced. They've just sort of highlighted it to indicate the connection. Okay, let's see if that's right. Still in the game. You're alive. I'm alive. I'm still in the game. Pranksters may have tall ones, tall tales. They might prank you with those. Oh, padded resumes. You might pad your resume, your CV, your job experience. What accepts all cookies? Oreo is not the answer. What accepts all cookies? What? Oh, an oven. Oh, right. It accepts the cookies to bake them. Tie. To even up a game would be to tie it. And then Pygao game piece. So Pygao is a tile-based game. Okay, so what do we have over here? They might leave you in stitches, which is an E or an O. Fictional land on Game of Thrones. Westeros or Westeros. That doesn't sound right. Westeros sounds more right. It just sounds more plausibly correct. Westeros. I thought this was going to sound more familiar just because of things from Game of Thrones kind of being out in the ether. I don't think it does, but I think it must be right. Okay, they might leave you in stitches. ER docs, emergency room docs, sounds correct. Blank of all, least of all. Play featuring a trio of witches, famously as Macbeth. Actor Blank Jackson Jr. Oh, is it O'Shea? Yeah, yes. O'Shea Jackson Jr. I've seen in a few things. And imaginary fiends are... ends with an S. What is it? Don't know. I'll be right with you. In a sec? Yeah, that seems right. Electronic music genre is... don't know. Morse ... I don't know Morse code at all, to be honest. Not sure. Opposite of west by southwest would be east by northeast. That's straightforward, at least. State birds of Hawaii's nenes. That I know. Winfield Blank, loser to Franklin Pierce for president in 1852. I don't know this as a fact, but it looks like Winfield Scott, probably. Oh, techno is the music. So bit of red in a salad. You could have beets in a salad. So techno, there we go. Morse. Oh, these are the... oh, I see. Right. I thought this was going to be a letter or a word or something. No, these are dits, as in dits and daws, and then the daws are the dashes. So imaginary fiends or demons. Okay. So big hunk would be a gob or something? I don't know. French film director Agnes Varda, whom Martin Scorsese once described as one of the gods of cinema. Indeed. Big hunk, maybe it is a gob. Italian lawn game, bocce. I think it's BSCCE. Big hunk, just hate. Yeah, you abhor something, you just hate it. So if you took an hour off midday, say, you had lunch, potentially. And geometric art style, familiarly deco, art deco. Slurpable noodle is udon, and then gentleman's disagreement is noser. Oh no, it's no sir. Sorry, it's bocce with an I. Sorry about that. I guess bocce with an E would be more like bocce. Okay, so slurpable noodle is no sir, udon, and... no, slurpable noodle is udon, and then gentleman's disagreement is no sir. So hopefully this is right. There we go. Okay, and I completely forgot about our doors. Oh, look, the doors are here. Oh, that's a shame. I was hoping to be able to find them myself, but no. Not the case. So, but we can look at them now. So, show how it's done is to demonstrate. Furley's composer is indeed Beethoven. They can help with conflict resolutions, are go-betweens. Spy device in old cereal boxes, not X-ray specs, but rather a decoder ring. Of course, that's more of a spy device. Decoder ring. At least I got one of these before they were all revealed. Oh, and look, they spelled the doors. Bringing shame upon is dishonoring. That's the one that I'd seen. Bass-heavy musical groups, maybe, are men's choirs. Right. Okay, I had the mensch when I was looking for these, but I did not identify that. And Moss was not part of one of these. Valedictorians have them. A averages. Oh, that's clever with the AAVE. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that as one of the ones to look for because it doesn't look like the start of a word. And then finally, a new bride quaintly would be an honest woman in the sense of making an honest woman out of you. Okay, great. And then, of course, we can see that these doors, in fact, spell out The Doors, which is the band responsible for the song Break On Through to the Other Side. What a very well done theme. Yeah. Very well executed and sort of thoroughly executed. All the parts really do link up. Very well done to Brandon Copy, Tunnel Vision. I enjoyed that quite a lot. Hopefully you did as well. It certainly took me a while. Let me know how you fared with this one when you caught on. I'm curious if anyone actually solved most or all of these before the puzzle revealed them, which I obviously did not. Let me know in the comments or the Daily Solve Discord chat server. Always curious to know. And do consider subscribing to the channel if you've been enjoying the videos. I enjoyed this puzzle. Hopefully you did as well. And I'll be back tomorrow for another puzzle, the Monday themed, but much smaller, much more straightforward, we presume, crossword. So join me for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Sunday. Take care.